Going on, guys, this is Boopstar. I'm back. Every week I'll be giving you some detailed overview of our analysis of actually mostly the USD pairs. So today we're gonna be looking at the USD index. So let's check what do we see here. So firstly we go to 1 week chart and we'll check the high lows and the weekly highs and the weekly lows. So let's check here. These are my weekly high that I saw. Actually it's around this area, but I'm gonna shift it now, and this is my weekly low whereby the market was supporting most of the time. So if you can check here around this point, which is the first point, this one, and the second touch, it's here, and the third touch, which is here. Yes, you can see easy stuffs. So this is my support, and then my weekly resistance is actually around that corner. So what am I anticipating in this at this currency pair? This is what I see. So actually I'm hoping for this pair to rise. So which means what's happening, this tells us that I'm expecting USD to be strong for the upcoming week around this area for the upcoming weeks. Yes. So basically this is what's gonna happen. This is what you do before you analyze other currency pair and stuff like that. Oh guys, let me give you a secret today. What actually happening between the DXY and Euro USD is actually the inverse proportional. So if you can check at Euro USD, so let's compare these two currency pairs, Euro USD and DXY USD index. So it's actually everything is in like what is it, it's the opposite. So if you can see, like if this Euro USD is going up, the DXY is going down. So DXY going up, Euro USD going down. So actually the same thing, but what is it, in like the other way, like the opposite direction of the other. Yes. So let's check. See, this is what I'm expecting from the DXY. So I'm expecting USD to strengthen, which is gonna tell me something about all the USD pairs. So let's check something. Yes. Let me show you something. So which means all the USD XXXX pairs, so which means will rise, all of them. This is what I'm expecting. And also the XXXXX USD pairs, so which means they will drop, like GBPUSD or USD. That's what I'm expecting. So not really like that's what's gonna happen, but based on my analysis I can already see that in the upcoming week. So put this in mind, remember. And then now we check let us check the USDCAD first, and then let's see what happens here. Okay, that's good. So let's check on 1 week. So this is my highly support and my weekly support and my weekly resistance. So I can see here around this area, this is a support. And also here we can check, here we have a very important thing, which is what we call a market gap. It can act as your support. So basically okay, let me make this one very small. Then okay, there's my other support here, remember, but this is a very most important one. This are on yes, this is called a market gap, and this is a very strong level. So let's check on the lower time frame, so which is actually 1 day. So actually basically we can see that I'm expecting an upward push, but what we have to check is whether it's gonna be here. Okay, let me go on my arrow. It's gonna be here, only here, or it's gonna cut and go here. But this is the overall move I'm expecting on USDCAD. So that basically shows me that the USD is gonna strengthen. And also if you can go to 4-hour chart, obviously my entry can be in at that current moment, but you can check on the inner trends, which is what we see here. The market cut this, and then there was a retest around this area. So that tells us that the USDCAD, there's a high probability of USDCAD going up. So if we actually put our long position around this area, and remember the risk reward ratio, our stop loss must be we must make sure that the risk reward reward ratio is above 3. So in this case it might be 5, or according to how you choose. But if you enter a position around this area, which is your stop loss might be below this point, and also the reward will be very big. Yes, so I can exit around these areas, which is a safe to exit. But if you are greedy enough to wait, you can actually wait until it reaches this point. So it depends on the kind of trader that you are. And then if we check our USDZAR, so we can see actually that this is on a very strong support, which was resistance before. So this is the area I'm talking about. I won't be putting too many lines on this because this is very clear and easy to view. So already we can see that this was a resistance, resisting. So this is likely to go up at this area. As here we can see, let me go on my marker. So here and here and here it was resistance, so and then it cut this, so here it's likely to support. You can actually see either way the kind of candlestick that formed here, which shows us that this is actually the inverted hammer, which shows that this might likely to go up. This will be the best entry point around this area. And actually if we enter at this trade right now, so which means because we missed our Fibonacci level, which was 50 here, so which means we can exit around this area, which is the safest area to exit, which was the resistance before. If you can check it, this market very clear, which was our resistance before exactly. And then we go to our USDMXN. So actually see these are bullish moves always. That's what we see on USD. So this is what we have apparently on this pair. So this is a low. So actually we can start on 1 week, but obviously we can see that all the USDs are most likely to go up. So this is if you can check this currency pair, this was our weekly high, and this was our weekly low. Can also monthly, and this is our weekly low. And yes, so this is what we see. And if we go to one daily, we go and check into more details. We look at more details of what's happening. We can have an inner trend which is somewhere around this point. Yes, and also we have a very strong resistance here around that area. Yes, so if you can go to 4 hours, this is what we see on 4 hours. So this is likely to push up, but what I'm saying is don't trade this because this is USDMX and it's a very exotic currency pair. So what might happen is before it pushes up, this is what might happen. So you don't rush into this trade. No, the curve, you don't rush into this trade. This is what is likely to happen before it pushes up, or straight away this is what you might expect from the USDMXN. Yes, until it reaches this point, which is our weekly high. Yes, so I'm expecting actually a bullish momentum, but the bearish move, we might expect it somewhere somehow. And also if you can check this trend line, if you can check at it very clear, it's about like it has been testing that trend line. So if it cut it, which is shows us this is our a clear entry point to the upside, to the upward side. Yes, then we go to the USDCHF. So if you can check at the USDCHF also, we can see that we're expecting a bigger upward move. If you can check here, this is what we have. And also using the Fibonacci, which is it came back to the around the 50 level, so which means it shows us that this was just a retracement of the Fibonacci. So we're expecting it to go around this level of 1.61, which is a very strong Fibonacci level. And also if you can check, this was our previous resistance, so we're expecting a higher move towards that side. So our USDCHF, you can actually check also the inner trends, whereby you see that this is kind of a triangle pattern, so around this area, so which is here. Yes, so which means this broke and then retested, so it is likely to go up around this area. Yes, let's go here. This can be your analysis like this. So this was a triangle around this area, so which means it broke that triangle and it's likely to go up. But you don't rush into this trade. What do? You wait for it to break out this major strong trend line. So yes, let's remember, we have to go to Euro USD, since we analyzed it earlier but we didn't analyze it very clear. Yes, so let's check at the Euro USD. So this is the big move I'm expecting on Euro USD. So this is what I'm currently looking at this week. So I will not be trading most of the pairs, but this is what I'm expecting to trade this week. I'm already into this trade. So if you can see, this was a very major highly weekly high, and also here we have a weekly low around this area. Yes, so it was retesting the weekly high, the resistance here, so which means I'm expecting a push to the downside. So if you can check on the 1 day chart, so we can actually see that this is what we actually see even from the weekly time frame. So actually I can go into a deeper inner trend lines, whereby I'll have to check 4 hours right now. If you can check 4 hours on this trend line, it shows this has already cut this, and since it's a new week, this is what we might be expecting from the Euro USD. Yes, we're expecting this kind of a retracement. This is what I'm expecting this week. This is the big move I'm expecting for Euro USD. Why am I saying that? Let's check also. We have a structure here which we call head and shoulders. This head and shoulders, it might give us a clear view on what's going to happen to Euro USD. If you can check, it looks like it has already completed the structure. So what do? We take the length of the head, we actually put it and make it a leg here. So this is what we're expecting. As you can see, this is our first take profit for this currency pair. If you can check here around this area, this was a very strong resistance here and support here, so which means this is a very strong area, so the market can go. And also we have 2 confirmations that this might likely to go down, and also that confirmation, it has touched the weekly high. So our Euro USD, we are definitely certain that this is our trade for this week. I'm already into this trade, and also I'm looking for more selling opportunities. So if you can check our GBPUSD, that's what we see. We exactly see the same thing. You don't have to complicate things, but see small trends. This is what I saw. I'm already also into these trades, and here also I re-entered this trade, whereby if you can view with a smaller time frame, this is what I see. This is what I saw here before I enter. This was a continuation move, and also it's going down. So this is what you see. So if you can go to our 4 hours chart, so you can clearly see that this is a very strong downward move for GBPUSD. Yes, so that actually shows us that our USD is gonna strengthen against most of currency pair. So this is the major strong level here that I'm expecting it to reach the first, and if it also continues to come to this, to form this structure, this point. So this is basically what I'm expecting. Apparently if you check GBP JPY, it also goes the same hand in hand with GBP USD. So also here, just the major effect of the pairs is not USD, it's the GBP and JPY. So also we have a very strong cut here, whereby I'm expecting this kind of a move on GBP JPY. Let's check the curve. Yes, so I'm expecting this kind of a move, but the overall move is actually a downward side. So whereby I am already into this trade. And also the GBP CAD and also the GBP CHF. If you can look closely at them, you can also see the very same move that I actually see on the other pairs. Yes, here this is the level that we actually expecting it to cut. So if it cut this level, this is a very strong level, so we know that exactly what do we do below this level. Yes, this is a very strong support. If you can check here around this area, let's check. Yes, this is a very strong support. And here we had a reversal candlestick, and we have to check what might happen here. It must just play a false breakout move, because it might likely to go up, but actually eventually I'm expecting a downward move if it cuts this the support that will act as a resistance at the end of the day. So yes, that's what I see on this currency pair. So thank you guys for watching, and subscribe more for more currency pairs. And also, if you want to learn some of the few strategies, then I will be glad to help.